Hello everyone. For one final time, I welcome you to Fire Emblem Thracia 776 Negative Growths. How are you doing, Raisins?
I'm doing well, but how is the audience doing? Well, I can't really say so, but I think they're excited, just as excited as I am. We're on the final map of Thracia, this is one of the all-time best finals ever.
Definitely is.
Ever.
It is one of the best designed maps in the whole game. It's not easy, but it was fun to plan out, and I'm sure it's going to be fun to play out as well. I'm going to do a bit different. I'm going to let the story play out for a little bit. But this is an overview of the map so you can get a quick sight of what we're about to see. But the most important part isn't quite there. So I'll go over everything that you see right here in just a minute. But for right now, let me just skip these preps right here. Because I've already done them.
Yeah.
And let the story talk for a little bit, because it explains what's going on to a pretty big extent. So here's the big boss. Here's Veld. He says, Raydrik proved to be even more useless than I thought. Well, if you want something done right, fine, I'll do it myself. And before he gives Veld the dialogue that Veld gave Raydrik last chapter, is like, Veld, explain yourself. Archbishop Manfroy, when did you get here, your eminence? Spare me your sniveling formalities. Why is killing one person, a child, need I remind you, so difficult for you? The Leif's here has humiliated you at every turn. I am deeply sorry, your eminence. I'll claim Prince Leif's head before the day is over, I assure you. See that you do. Otherwise, it will be your head that hangs from the castle gates of Anbar. More than just this battle is riding on the boy's death. If he lives, all of our efforts to incite war in Thracia and assassinate Prince Quan will be for nothing. I'm amazed the ruse has held for this long, frankly. The fools still think that Travant was behind it all. I almost pity the Thracians in the depths of their ignorance. Did it never occur to them that Travant had no way of knowing when Quan's forces would march or what route they would take? Capitalizing on Travant's ambitions to make North and South Thracia tear each other apart, everything happened exactly as you predicted it would. I am honored by your words, your eminence. But it's simply given way to a new problem. You underestimated the Leif's here, did you not? It would have been best to nip him in the bud and kill him when Leif's first fell, when he was little more than an infant. It is true that Prince Leif brought all the rebellious children of North Thracia together in one organized revolt. But if we strike them down now, they will not return mightier. When they all act as one and their morale at its highest, their spirits will be broken. And in my defense, the boy has done us a great service by defeating so many of House Frieda's divisions. Without realizing it, he's eliminated one of the few military powers that could have threatened our rule. And besides, while he may be Leif's heir, he's a mere child without enough holy blood to so much as lift a Gaybog himself. He's a posturing rebel who's deluded himself into thinking he's a real prince. He cannot hope to triumph against me. You make a good case for yourself, Veld. Very well, I shall grant you a second chance, and as a token of my favor, I bestow upon you 5 of my finest creations, the Dreadlords. I am most grateful for your eminence. Your 5 Dreadlords will make a fine addition to my collection of 1 that I just finished crafting, and that will make for a total of 6. And now the barrier will be impenetrable. Then I'll leave you to it, Veld. I trust you'll be along shortly to bring me the good news. I won't fail you, your eminence. Morgan Freeman voice, he will. Alright, is everyone ready, Augustus? All of our troops understand the plan. Small squads have been stationed in front of every altar. Let us hope they're all capable of defeating the horrors that lurk within. I know they are. Everyone is aware of what's at stake. The seals inside of each of the 6 altars have to be broken open the way to Veld. To open the way to Veld. It's more complicated than that, my prince. One of our men must stand upon the center of an altar to break its seal. Each of the 6 altars must have one of our soldiers standing on its center all at once for the barrier to be dispelled. I fear reinforcements will arrive if we take too long to coordinate this. You need to prepare yourself to sacrifice some of your troops if it means getting rid of this barrier more quickly. I understand, but let's hope that won't be necessary. Come on, let's end this.
Maybe reinforcements if we get to turn 5, says Augustus.
Yes.
Oddly specific.
Yeah, some of these lines have been added by the translation team to make sure that everyone understands the objective of the chapter. But the core idea was always there, that there are 6 Dreadlords protecting the different seals that protect the barrier. And those Dreadlords, they are something else. Each of these chambers is like a little mini chapter of their own. There are 6 of these rooms Each of them has a formidable boss in the middle, and they're guarded by various armor knights and very, very powerful dark mages. Let me show the dark mages real first, because they're a real threat, honestly. All these dark mages are standing on magic floor tiles, which give +10 magic. The same goes for every other enemy inside these rooms. And they have a really powerful arsenal of Hell, which reduces your HP to 1. Fenrir, which probably reduces your HP to 0 at 3 to 10 range. And Jormungandr, which is just the good old poisonous powerful tome. And a Dorky if you're not in range. I think they like to open the doors, but you generally will never notice this. Usually these 3 are enough to do you in. And there's one of these in every room, and it gives them... It's really annoying, because it means you can't stand back and do nothing. They'll just kill your units at range if you don't do anything. And then if you do go in on them, chances are you'll have to fight one of the Dreadlords. And, well, we got a massive amount of 6 of them. I'll take a look at each of them and tell you why they're so threatening. Is there any preference on which one you'd like to see first, Raisins?
Let's see... Top center.
Top center. That should be this one. Alright, so... if Galzus is so good, why is there no Galzus 2? Said Veld, and so we created another Galzus.
No.
Although
created Galzus 2.
Yeah.
Literally just Galzus 2.
It's basically just like put him in the photocopier and put another one out here. I mean, everything we said about Galzus in his unit analysis in last chapter goes for this guy. Like, down to the skills, the 5 moon stars, the weapon rank, the movement, the 2 master weapons, the double Von, the flame sword, everything is the same. And, I mean... You know, when Galzus is coming for you, you can't stop him. So, yeah, you don't want to go in range of Galzus. Super threatening.
And just to show you guys as well, he's getting the +10 because he as well is on a magic floor. I think all 9 squares each inside of these boxes are magic floors. And so if any unit, including one of ours, stands on it, we can get a boost to our magic.
It's correct. Yeah, the Armor Knights have it too, and all the Dark Mages have it too. In this case, this guy has 9 base magic, which means that with the +10 from the magic floor, you need a capped out anything but, let's say, Sage or High Priest to be able to, like, inflict status on this guy with a status staff, which is kind of tough to reach. Normally it's pretty easy, but in a negative growth it's pretty tough to reach. Not impossible, but pretty tough.
Another bit of the translation I want to ask is that I think in the... I don't know if it would have been in the original translation or in the Japanese. The Dreadlords were named after the first 6 numbers in German, whereas in this one they're named after zodiac animals.
I think you're right. I'm not super familiar with the zodiac animals or signs, so I generally always forget these names whenever people bring them up. I use Canis for Wordle, and that's about it. But yeah, I used to... if I ever refer to them as like Eins or Drei or Zwei, that is why, because the old translation used the German names. You're absolutely right. They also appear in FE4, so if you played FE4 with an older patch, you might also know them from that, because these are supposed to be the same characters, and they're also in Awakening. These are their Awakening names. The German ones were like fan-made, I think. Whereas the official ones, these ones you're seeing here, come from Awakening, where we fought them as well.
I think there was something about, in the Japanese, it was definitely the German numbers. But, yeah, for sure, these are the names as they appeared in Awakening, that one chapter. And if you want to see, like, our Awakening Let's Play, it's chapter 22, I think, where you can see these guys as well.
Yes. Okay. So. How about I pick the next one? So, this one is really funny. This is, we used to call him Swolf, I think, Porcus. That guy up there, the previous one, Galzus clone, if you don't have Galzus, because he's dead or because he was unrecruited, I think that's how it goes. He actually has Galzus' portrait, and the same goes for every other character here. This one is based on Lithis, so if you don't have Lithis, then this guy's portrait will look like Lithis. Kind of like the FE7 Dreadlords that Nurgles resurrects, with like a bit of a faded kind of portrait. So you can see that here with Porcus. Well, you can't see that here with Porcus, but he would turn into Lithis if you don't have Lithis. And he's the same magic, so just as tough to get rid of. Stats are pretty interesting. Really high speed, but then he gets weighed down a bit by his Berserk Edge, which weighs 20, so he actually has 16 attack speed. And he has 4 interesting skills. Steel, Adepts, Vantage, and Wrath. You know, they just gave him Vantage Wrath. And this boss, along with the Beetle Blade, is why I think they don't intend... They initially intended Vantage Wrath to work together, and they said, actually, that's probably too good, so they took it away. 2 movement stars, just like Lithis, 7 move, just like Lithis at base. And I can tell you right now, one of these skills is going to come in very clutch for the powers of this Dreadlord.
one of these skills. Are we going to take advantage of it, or is the Dreadlord going to like whoop our ass with it?
No spoilers.
Oh no.
No spoilers. And then, all right,
top right.
You can pick one next. Top right. All right. This is, I think, the absolute biggest pain in the chapter, like by far. Not even the final boss is as painful as Canis, and you could probably see why, right?
Oh my god.
By far the biggest problem.
No.
Oh, okay.
Miracle.
Yeah.
Here we go. We see it now. It's a miracle.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's Miracle and Wrath that makes her so painful. That and the fact that she has effectively 30 magic thanks to the magic floor. So it's really difficult for a character to reach more than 30 magic when the cap is only 20. It's possible again, but even more difficult to reaching the 20 threshold. So you can't really disable her through the use of a stat staff easily anyway. And then if you attack her, there's a 39% chance that she'll just dodge all of your attacks because Miracle goes for the entire round of combat, as it said here. And then once you've missed,
she counterattacks you with 84 attack of Nosferatu, yeah?
Yeah, the Wrath Nosferatu, and then if you did any damage to her, she'll just heal it off as well. And then you might be like, okay, we'll just save her for later, just don't do it initially until you're ready to do something more significant to her. And then she has a Berserk Staff with, again, 30 magic, so it's not like you can make anyone immune to it. So just go for your more powerful unit with the Berserk Staff, and then you have to restore them and deal with that instead, which is honestly almost as painful, if not more so. So you can't leave her alone, but you also don't want to fight her. This is the character that I wanted to have a Nihil character for. Unfortunately, I missed the Nihil scroll. This is what I wanted to use Truth for. Unfortunately, it turns out that he is so unreliable, there's no point in deploying Truth for it. I might as well use someone else. But that was what I wanted to use him for. With the Brave Sword, my Truth can exactly 2-hit KO Canis, but his hit rate is like 35, so it turns out not to be a great idea.
God. 30-35, and you have to get through Miracle. It's like, no, don't even think about it. I
considered using base Marita instead because her sword also gives her Nihil, but she'd have to proc Astra Luna or something to get the kill because she's base level minus like 2 strength, so it wasn't a great idea either. But you know, it was gonna be there, all right. It was gonna be there. It was gonna be a plan, but it's not gonna work.
Should have given them some of those skill rings we bought last map, right?
Oh, that would have been funny. That would have been funny. Just like deploy Truth, just get a 20 skill. Oh, that would have been funny too. I kind of want to do that now. Well, no, we're not gonna do that. I have a different plan that's also funny. But yeah, that's Canis. Let me show off what happens if you don't have a character, because we skipped Eyvel by not going to the Gaiden, so she's here. She's looking kind of spooky.
There she is.
Massive 20 speed, of course, like Eyvel's supposed to be. Way down a bit by the Master Bow, way down to 17, but still fast enough to quadruple a lot of my units. 17 magic, so kind of difficult to reach with the Sleep Staff, but not impossible. And then also has Miracle, because Miracle is very fun. And then she has Adept and Wrath just to make sure that you're gonna die if you ever attack her. And the great thing about Dreadlords with ranged weapons is that if you, for example, go here and attack the Druid through the wall, they'll be able to run up to you and attack you, and you don't want her to attack you because you'll probably die. So that's why I think she's one of the more threatening ones on turn 1. But if you manage to get rid of the Dark Mage in front of her and then move away somehow, you're probably safe-ish. So that's her. We got 2 left.
2 left. Let's get the warrior.
I thought you might say that. Tigris is of course based on Dagdar, and when I initially saw him, when I was exploring for this playthrough, I looked at his stats, and the first thing I noticed was he has 10 move, and I was like, wait, is the fact that I gave Dagdar the leg ring the reason why he has 10 move? Turns out no, he always has 10 move. It's just the game has the same taste as I do as when giving leg rings apparently.
Given to Dagdar.
Yeah, he doesn't have my Dagdar skills. Yeah. He does have my Dagdar skills. He does have a Master Axe though, and that hits quite hard with the 17 strength. He's gonna like demolish you with 32 attack if you if you come too close. So he's very scary. Not the scariest Dreadlord I think, because there's no skills, no miracle or anything like that, and very low magic, but still one scary dude. And that leaves the last.
Seems like the least threatening.
Yeah.
This seems like the least threatening Dreadlord by a lot.
Yeah. I think it's between him and Lithis clone, I think. And then we have Moose, usually known as Eins. This guy is unrecruitable, believe it or not. So you're always going to get this ghostly portrait. He has the Lopturian Fang again, just like last chapter. But this time they made him a little bit tougher because in addition to Pavise, they also gave him Wrath. So he has that up his belt. If you try to attack him and he counters you, you probably die to 62 attack, or at least take like a huge chunk of damage. And he's on a magic floor, so he has 38 magic, which is the highest I think any character reaches in this game, as far as enemies go.
So which one was the Dreadlord that Veld just finished making? Is it the Eyvel one, or is it this one, the Raydrik one?
I want to say he made this one. I think. And then the other 5 were
sense.
donated to by Veld. I'm not sure, but like because he always has this one with the portrait and everything, I want to say he means this one, but I don't know. It could be the Eyvel one as well.
I guess that makes sense because I think he would probably have that same dialogue. And again, like some part of that might have been the translators' liberties, the people who made this translation patch.
The part where he adds 5 to the one he already has, I think that one's in the original patch as well. I remember I played the old patch long ago, the Shia patch, and in that one I remember something like that being mentioned as well.
Okay, that makes sense. It must be this is Veld's one then.
Yeah, I think so. And I went over the Dark Mages earlier, but I want to like give a brief feature to the Armor Knights who've been like unhighlighted so far. You can see all of them are a little different. Some of them have lances, some of them have axes, some of them have bows. And depending on which has which is how I configure where my units are, because half of them have like master weapons, the other half have like poison weapons and hammers. These have master bows, these have master axes, these have venom lances, which is quite pathetic for final chapter. These have venom bows, which is the same. These have hammers, you know, just in case you're thinking of deploying Xavier or Dalsin at this point. And these are master lances. So obviously, some of these are more threatening than others, right? And so, depending on what Dreadlord is inside and depending on what armors are inside, I put my units in places where they would be most helpful to get rid of their threats. And this is where unit reordering or like formation feature is massive for this chapter. If you played in Japanese on console or with an old translation patch where this wasn't possible, then this chapter is really, really like 10 times more difficult because you can't put your units where you want them without like extremely tedious planning that, for example, Don would do for his 0% gross playthrough. And so your units might be stuck in a matchup where it's really hard for them to win in time. And like they said in the intro, if you take too long to do everything, you're going to get overwhelmed by reinforcements, or you might get, for example, killed by the Fenrir mages or berserked by Canis' berserk staff. So being able to rearrange my units has been very helpful this chapter, and I gratefully make use of it because I'm playing negative growth, so I feel like it was fair. But I remember playing this without reordering on, and it's a massive pain. I don't blame anyone for not doing it, but it's a nice extra challenge if you're up for it, for trying to figure out, you know, I have this for order of units, and can I actually beat the chapter with that order of units? I haven't tried to figure out if I could do it with mine. I just went with reordering because it was enough of a pain as it is. But, jeez, it's not pretty without reordering, I can tell you that much.
I can imagine, like, without reordering, it might even be a possibility that you have to go back and redo some previous chapters in order to get your unit deployment order correct.
Yes.
Like, I can imagine that's in the cards.
Yeah, I think actually what Donna might have done, for example, is, like, go to this chapter first, figure out how he needs the unit deployment to be, and then plan the other chapters with that in mind. Like, I know he would frequently deploy units in a certain order, like units that would never do anything during the chapter itself, just to make sure they could be deployed ahead of other units, just to put them in the right order. And it also allows you to rearrange units that can't be in every position anyway, like Galzus or Eyvel. If you have her, they join very late, so it's very hard to customize their starting positions without the reordering.
I guess you could have gone to the Eyvel guide and then, like, deploy Galzus in order to get them further up, and then you have Eyvel. So.
Yeah, that is something you could do, and you definitely prefer reordering Galzus over Eyvel because Galzus is much more versatile. So this chapter is the reason that I really wanted powerful 2-range options, because if you have good 2-range, you can kill the Dark Mage, and if you can handle the Dreadlord inside or the Armor Knights, that's like a huge boon. But magical units obviously don't do too well against Dark Mages. Like, imagine trying to hit this guy with like Fire Sword Ralph, it's not going to work very well. Or like Fire Sword Misha, like it's not going to work very well. Let me think. I made it clear that's fairly reliable. I'm trying to think what I usually did first, but I think we can just kind of go through and see what happens. But I have a plan. Without a plan, this chapter is a bust. So let's start with some good old Forsetti on this Dark Mage over here. Let's give him hell.
I think Forsetti will work.
Yeah.
Give him hell.
They very smartly start with hell equipped, and then switch to Fenrir on enemy phase to attack you with, so that if you're trying to kill them like this, they have a chance to hit you with it. Which is quite annoying. Nice dodge, bro.
That's a new animation. It's not the it's not the dragon from the genealogy opener.
Is it different? I guess it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, this one we have like a demon lady.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good work. How about we throw some axes with Dagdar next? This is why I wanted Master Axes specifically, because I don't have anyone who can use Master Lances, but I do have Master Axe users.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, accuracy is quite something. In fact,
it's going to be an issue.
Yes. If he misses again, it will be quite an issue. He can accost still. I'm pretty sure he's faster, so there's like lots more chances to hit. But if he keeps missing like this, it's gonna be quite the spectacle. Alright, we got him. Good.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he had accost there, right? Because this guy must have 0 AS. All these tomes are like, they weigh like a metric truck ton. But Dagdar still has positive AS, even with being weighed down a bit by the Master Axe. So that's good. Ralph is notoriously unreliable, and this is why I deployed Nana with Charm here, and Misha with the Kingmaker to help him out a bit. And why I gave him Adept as well, some stat boosters last chapter. This should be no problem for him.
I did notice that. I was like, wonder what's going on with Ralph, but no, as I mentioned, you just... You gave him the Adept, you gave him everything here, and I mean, like, 95 hit seems pretty reliable, I think.
Yeah. Those are mostly for the Armor Knights he's gonna face, the Venom Bow Armor Knights. I know he's trouble killing this, especially with this trash level up that he just got. Oh.
Is there an...
okay,
no.
okay, Ralph, calm down, alright. Nice. Very cool.
On the final chapter, is that our second one to run through, or no?
Salem,
I think that's
Ilios...
our second one.
Yeah, I think it's third then, right?
Third then. Salem and Ilios. I forgot about Ilios.
Yeah, I don't blame you. He's undeployed right now. Let's do Xavier next. He can also miss, I believe. Although 95 is like pretty good.
Yeah, he's the... Who's the most unreliable part of your clear? Or like the most unreliable part of your turn 1?
I think for player phase, has to be Dagdar, I reckon. Oh, nice.
Oh.
The 76 Pavis block. Very nice save here. I think Xavier and Ralph's enemy phases are fairly unreliable. I don't know if that counts as my turn 1. Those are pretty unreliable. Okay,
yeah.
Alright, okay, we take those.
Okay, that's fine,
Luck coming in clutch. Let's see. Galzus should not be unreliable. In fact, he's like the most reliable person in the universe.
In the entire world.
Whoop, goodbye. Good night, mister. Good night.
Just bop on Galzus, like, why are you guys having so much trouble? Like,
yeah, I don't think I got hit a single time during this enemy phase, did I? Like, no one got hit.
If you count the Pavas, then no.
Yeah. Alright. Next up, Ensorcel with Safi. Now with 100% hit, thanks to the skill issue rings that we bought last chapter.
Not to Lenoan of all people. Wait, we're gonna actually have a magic duel?
Yeah, this is what I planned for by not using Lenoan and by giving her the magic ring and still keeping her out of combat. Like, she's still level 1. So now I can use... Let's see. She has 22 magic right now. Bovis has 19. And this Dark Mage has, like, 26. What the hell? Wait, are we good?
Oh, was there a math issue?
I don't know. I guess there might be a math issue.
We can get Bovis at least.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I guess the Dark Mages spawn after the chapter. I thought I saved with like this mage in my preps, like right there. But as it turns out, I cannot actually hit him with my thing. That's interesting.
Improv time, or?
I think I have an idea. Let me see. If I
mean, is one mage being alive going to be an issue?
If he misses, no. If he hits, yes. Let me see what I can do about this. There might not be anything, honestly. This mage is dead. Yeah, we might have an issue on our hands. So initially this guy was supposed to have like...
Can we
19 total.
rewarp rescue staff someone who can kill the mage? Or...
I think I might have to do something like that, yeah. The thing is, I don't have many candidates for that. That, like, all these guys need to be here. I suppose... I could wait on her. Okay,
then,
while I think about this, let me put to sleep, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to put to sleep Tigris. I think I have an idea of how to solve this.
Amalda could just do it, just at base.
Yeah, this is something that Lenoan... I think Lenoan and Amalda can both do this, I believe. Alright, she might level up skill issues. Yeah, okay, so she can officially miss now. She's now my least accurate staff user. Very cringe.
No longer the perfect staff user.
Yeah, sad. I have an idea.
Okay.
It's not great. But we'll see if it works out. You know, improv is fun after all. Can warp him here, dance, kill the Dark Mage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try that. So I'm still gonna put to sleep Bovis.
And I guess that means like our dealing with the Berserk staff is going to be somewhat delayed, but details.
No, okay, yeah, in a way, you're right. So the process of like dealing with her went from Warp Intrude, sacrifice him to the Armor Knights as he kills Canis, and then it went to, okay, I guess I'll just warp in Galzus and try to kill her turn 1. And it went to, if I warp in Galzus, I can just kill the Armor Knights turn 1, or I can kill the Dark Mage from inside turn 1. And then Canis would usually Berserk Galzus if he was outside, but Berserk Dagdar if he was outside. And then when my last test run, she actually berserked him while he was inside. So it changed him a little bit. And I can't really restore him when he's inside. But now that this has happened, I think what I have to do is warp Galzus away from here to here, dance him with Laura, kill the Dark Mage. And then we'll just have to deal with those Masterlands guys later. I think that might be the only play I can make here. I guess I can warp him back next turn. So let's go here. That's interesting. I remember that enemy stats are like static once you like load your save with the save state and start the chapter, but I guess he must have changed the stats around.
Must have rolled like mega high. I mean, we were like 6 points short, right? Like
yeah, it was quite insane.
I feel like we would have noticed. Yeah. I don't think the stat variation would have been that grand.
Yeah, I think he's. When I usually looked, he had like 19 magic total after the boost, so like 9 base magic and then 10 from the magic floor.
And not like 16 or whatever he had this time. Like that's a. Oh, there you go.
That is interesting. I think I can open the door because I mean, what are they gonna do? Attack me with a hammer? I'll equip my master sword.
You will try.
Yeah.
That's your cool. Weapon triangle advantage.
Yeah. So I'll kill these guys instead. I don't know how I'm gonna kill this guy yet, but because I think I might need Galzus to come back here and deal with these guys. We'll see turn 2. We'll see turn 2. I like that this happened though. I like that this happened. On here I'm gonna do a similar thing. I'm gonna ensorcel Sara. Because Dagdar right now is waiting with like bated breath. Like, am I gonna die to Eyvel right now?
Like, I'm gonna die. Just get wrecked by a master bow.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I can do anything with that, but that's interesting. I don't think so.
But we have sleeps.
Yeah. Could sleep a Masterlands guy, I guess, in one of the other rooms, but I don't think that does much for me.
Sleep the 6 hammer pirates.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know. One of Kaga's playtesters was trying to do a Dawson solo. He did like the guy.
Okay, let's see if I get magic or not. I probably will. Sara, 80% growth. That's fine. You don't need stats anyway. Okay, now that all this has been done... I still have a rewarp use here, but I don't think I can really salvage this any more than I already have. I don't need.
Was that the threshold for which you were like boosting up the magic? Because I know like all throughout this playthrough you were talking like, oh, I need to save up magic rings, I need to save up magic rings, and now you use them.
Yeah.
Like this must have been the time when like, I mean, like, show it off. Like, when did you like what were the units that you saved up the magic rings for?
Yeah,
exact benchmark you were trying to hit.
For Tina, it was making sure that she could thief from Cohen to get the Berserk Staff and like everything else off of him, right? The little Steel Masterland to capture him. That was 2 magic rings. And then the one was, yeah, she was able to reach the threshold for sleeping or silencing this guy. And I thought this guy, but apparently not. Alright, let's move you. You gotta move him start unexpected. I'm gonna move him like here. Xavier can do all the rest of this part on his own, or should be able to. So we're gonna have a little Staffers United party over here.
It makes sense. Put them next to Leif.
Yeah, we do need him around here. Ah, nice. More skill issues coming up.
We're basically working with 1 Fury unit over here. We still got like base Leif.
Yeah. I think Tina... I think it'd be nice to keep her here for 1 more turn. I don't think she needs to move quite yet. I do need to unite more Staffers there eventually. Well, that was turn 1 enemy phase, or turn 1 player phase. Let's see the enemy phase and the kick-ass music that comes with it.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay. Not how I expected it to go, but that's cool. Alright.
Hammers straight away.
Yes. This guy's like, Galzus. Goodbye. Guy's like, Galzus is so bulky, he's gotta be an Armor Knight, right?
He's gotta be. We're attacking with weapon triangle advantage. We'll hit them. What if they do hit, though? Be like 9 damage.
Yeah. Would lose like 1/3 of his HP if both of them hit them. Very scary stuff indeed. Okay, Galzus is in a very nice spot actually, because I can do something with him and then warp him afterwards if I want to. Alright, very nice hit rates. Say goodbye. It's time for some Forcetti.
Get wrecked.
It's funny
He's so good.
It's funny that he needs a crit to 1 kill an Armor Knight because they're on the magic floors.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, like, they have the res floor. They did it first.
Yeah. You have the floor. Yeah, he's not even close to 1 killing here, but like, he does have 99 hit and adept and a high chance to crit if he misses his first hit. So the chances of Set failing here are not significant. He's more likely to die than he is to fail at one on killing some of these. Xavier's more likely to miss though.
This is going to be the risky option.
Yeah.
Xavier started with the Brave Bow rank, or did we have to train this up at all?
No, he started with this. This is what makes him so good, because he didn't need the Master Axe for this. This is way more accurate. It's so nice. You can see I'm keeping the doors closed so that these enemies are forced to attack him at range, just like was said.
Which, do they have like melee weapons in addition to the bows? I thought they're just the master bows.
Not these guys, but if I open a door, for example, Ainz could attack me. Oh, that's doesn't matter. Guess not.
No.
I don't think he had a cost anymore because he got low HP. All right, all good. And here's Ralph. He's definitely gonna fail. Like, this guy will never hit all these guys. Oh, okay, maybe this guy.
Terrible thing to say about Ralph. Like, come on.
It is quite rude. I mean, he has a depth, but he also only gets 4 shots at it. So, yeah, he failed
He
unfortunately.
couldn't crit any of them.
That's okay, Ralph. You do you. We are gonna berserk anyway. Galzus. All right, that's Galzus.
Ooh, okay.
Angry Galzus. What could possibly go wrong? Dude, this guy's been chasing me around the map like for like 12 chapters already. Do you think I'm scared of him being berserk? Alright. Let me solve the Galzus problem first, because he's berserked. And there is a restore near him, so probably restore with Safi, kill Bovis.
Dance warp, or...
Yeah, I think so. Dance for Galzus? Come in here? I mean, he doesn't really need to be danced to be here, I guess. He just needs to enemy face the Armor Knights. Let's see. What I can do, actually...
You don't want to Wrath either. Or you don't want to proc her Wrath.
I have an idea of what I want to do here. Okay, this is really nice. Yeah, okay, we're going to do that, I think. And then the question is what to do with my dance, right? I guess I can dance... I don't want to, like, bring Galzus in there while he's holding... Or he's not holding anyone, he's gonna kill. Yeah, okay, I think I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, restore. Yes, okay, I think I got this. Restore. I think dance Galzus, or dance Safi and then warp him after he's done his thing here is the play. Like, we're gonna go here, and... I mean, there's a chance he'll fail because somehow Bovis has insane avoid. Let's see if that doesn't happen.
These tiles don't also give a void, right? Is he standing on a special tile, or...?
Yeah, I think that middle tile's special. Well, he's done. He's done. He's the real Galzus. The only one. Yeah, now we can send him in with a warp.
With a warp, and I think I think I saw a brief hint of what you're going to do over here.
Yes.
But you have to take advantage of the magic floor.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Warp. Let's go here. Where you were originally supposed to be.
Where the original plan stated to put you.
Yes. I think we're back on track now. Silence on her.
And we hit this with the aid of the magic floor.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
There we go.
Oh wow, it actually worked.
I'm the best
Silencing
sage.
Canis.
Perfect. Yeah, good old plus 60 magic. When your stack is bigger than your original stat, you can do amazing things. She has just enough magic to do this too. This is something I didn't plan for with the magic ring. It just kind of worked out that way. And
like you just identified it this turn that you were able to do.
Yeah, I did find out just now playing. I was like, wait, I can still do this. Or rather, not this turn. When planning for this chapter, in the last couple days. So originally I was gonna open this door and like start working on this tile here, but now that these Armor Knights are alive, I can't do that. So I have to find another purpose for these units. But I'm sure there'll be something coming up that they can do. Xavier can just open a door, and then next turn he'll go for Tigris. And I'm gonna save this one for next, and I'm gonna do this one next. This one is the most least exciting one, I guess. We'll go here. Equip the good old Brave Axe for one last round of Warrioring Dagdar on Armor Knight action. You know, the classic. I don't think he needs much more help from here. So I think I'll start moving my staff users over there. She has a rewarp, and she has a normal warp. So what I could do, I can warp one, rewarp the other one. But that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
No. Like, if you're gonna... Why would you cast someone who's gonna use a rewarp staff?
I know, right?
Like, Charm, maybe?
Yeah, I have Rescue on Sleuth. Let me just work out what I'm doing here, and then we'll do this. I'm gonna open this door. And that would be a funny time to proc a movement star, because I'm about to make a donation to Mr. Moose. There you go. That's a better weapon, isn't it? Alright. No movement star, that's okay. Let's get him out of here. He doesn't need to die yet. It's not your time yet.
Yet. Okay.
Not yet. Come here. Come here. Get out of here.
Give him the killer bow. Yeah, that's kind of good.
Put him here with the Bragi Blade. Which, let me see here. Where do I want him to go? I think this is fine. We'll go here, whatever. We'll see how it goes. It's memes either way. Let's just move. You both had like 5,000 movement stars anyway. You'll make it, I'm sure. If not, I can rework with
Make it there in like 3 turns.
Yeah. Let me get the warp from you. Yeah, let's get both here. And rewarp you here. Get a staff gathering over here.
But saying, anytime you steal a weapon onto the enemy, it's like, you know there's some silliness about to happen, bro. Like, this is about to be not fair, whatever we see.
This is just a good old attack.
Just carry on with this. Nice soul.
Very big. Glad we boosted survivability to the max. Alright, technically Nana could hit a heal here. Technically.
That is... I think there's a non-zero probability of that. It could happen.
Any moment now. Any moment now. She could hit a heal.
Any moment. Is that the first time that he's actually like proc soul for healing, by the way, Ralph, or no?
Nah, he's definitely got a good soul before. Definitely got a good soul before. I think... I could open... I don't want to open the door for sure. I'm thinking if I want to leave someone here to do that with. I think what I'll do is I'll go here, take his door key for myself, and bring Salem over to the bottom as well. Get a big staff gathering going here.
Yeah. What's the reason you'd open the door? Is it that like Galzus could leave whenever he's through with his out there and contribute the center?
Yeah,
get rescue staffs for that. So.
Yeah, and honestly, it's fine if he like stays locked in. It's fine too. He doesn't need to do anything from here. I think I've done everything I need to do here. Nisha's just Kingmaker duty. Leif doesn't have anything to do. He's too weak. Everyone else has moved. Okay, let's see what Ainz has to do now.
Or what Dagdar has to do. He's the Jagan, right? He's fallen off by now.
Oh shit! Yeah,
actually maybe.
Just you saying that made him angry.
It procced his wrath.
Yeah. Actually did. Dodge? Oh no, poison animations. Oh, nice crit animation. I love it. The backwards jump. I've never seen that one before. Dagdar is so pog.
The aerodynamics, this is definitely how it works.
Yeah. Okay, will he kill this one? He does 10 damage per hit. I'm gonna say no. 2, 3.
Crit, but no.
Depth, come on. Oh, come on, dude. You're behind schedule, my guy. Alright. This is why we gave him the Master Axe, because Master Axes are better than Master... Yo, we're gonna die now with Galzus? Is that what's gonna be? No, okay.
We're gonna see the world's first Galzus stuff.
Yeah. The world's first played Galzus death. I think some people have killed Galzus on Iron Man. He's not hard to kill off if you want to. Especially not in the Eyvel Gaiden. This one slightly trickier maybe. Nice. Alright. Goodbye. Ah, yes.
Yes. Minime's Master Bow.
Yes.
Or Killer Bow. No, not Dermot.
Ow. Oof, my poison. Ouch.
And I think all the
Ouch.
like the top left Dreadlord, the Pan,
What about
or
him?
the Lithis rather, is the only one who's like actually potentially a threat right now, or
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like you got him in the bag.
I mean,
Well, this guy kind
could
of
have been, yeah.
jump on him.
Can I have this for a moment? Because I got something to give to you. Please don't miss.
Please don't miss Tina and her 9 HP.
Tina has never missed before, or has never been missed before.
No.
Oh right, he can't miss. It's Salem now. He's no skill issues.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's slim now. Look, Salem has like 2 con. Poor guy. Salem is now thinner than Tina. Alright, let me see if this works.
We skill bring 10 for this exact purpose. No.
I would like to have this,
come
please.
on.
Give it to me.
Get out of here.
Give it
It's
to
a
me.
PRF though, right?
Give it to me. Yeah, I can't use it,
Okay.
but I do want it. Doesn't mean I don't want to have it. Oh, dude, I can't help but notice that you only have a bow in your inventory, my friend.
What do we do when enemies only have a bow, Mekkah?
Nothing. They do nothing. I can't help but notice that you cannot move, my friend. I mean, do you want to kill him, or do you want to like keep him as a trophy?
As a trophy? I mean, let's keep him as a trophy.
Keep him as a trophy? Alright, we'll keep him as a trophy. Good luck,
Let the
friend.
reinforcements deal with him. We're bullying him.
I love this game. You go ahead and take this guy out.
We only gave him a bow. That holy crap, Xavier.
He's asleep. He has 0 defense. Oh, it's, but still some avoid apparently. Goodbye.
Apparently,
Good job, Xavier.
just sleep dodging. He had
Yeah.
69 hit, you know.
Yeah, what a champ.
Had to have happened once.
That's
He's lost 2
Tigris.
skill this map.
Yes. Let's capture her. Because if we try to kill her, even while she's sleeping, she can dodge thanks to Miracle. So I'm not gonna let her do that. So I'm gonna do this.
Oh wow, gets
and-
around it all.
Yeah.
Miracle this.
Yeah, Miracle this, exactly. And I would like to have some more flexibility over the bottom, so I'm going to warp Lara over here to give herself some options.
Yeah, we almost have a
Nice.
unit on each tile, so
Yeah, almost. It's turn 4, isn't it? 3, damn. Okay, nice. Galzus,
Turn 3.
or I mean, Ralph, you're almost at a Master Axes. It's time to start hitting these, my friend.
like, now to be fair, if he misses them, he won't be like closer to being out of Master Axe. So, you know.
I think, I keep forgetting, but he had like 6 at the start of this, right? All he hit, so I guess there's no way to tell, but let's go in here. Do this.
How are we gonna do with Porcus?
I mean,
With
you
this guy
can't
here.
you can't miss the door with its door key, so I'll be able to show you in one more turn.
Well, that makes sense. I guess
Skill
now the
issues.
score is open.
Yeah.
She has 20 strength.
Yeah, reminder that I think I might have mentioned this before, but maybe not on camera. When she has 0 when mounted, but apparently dismounting glitches to 20, and I keep forgetting to apply the patch that fixes that. That Ultimage so generously gave me. So yeah, she's 20, but she has no weapon right now, so it doesn't affect anything. But yes, technically this is not supposed
That's
to
fair.
happen. So Nana's actually the buffest unit on my team. Nana's as strong as Galzus is. I apologize for the weirdness. Okay, Tina's already used her turn. And I would dance her with Tina normally and like maybe open a door. But
But I feel like we just get our like cracked by the killer bow if we did that.
yes, and personally I don't want to get right by the kill bow. I'm gonna capture Eyvel, I don't want to kill her, so do it for Eyvel, I guess.
Do it for Eyvel.
And stand on the tile when I want to stand on the tile. For now, I shall end my turn. Wow, final chapter, much epic.
Much epic.
much enemy phase.
I'm gonna ask about like Venom Lance. Does Venom Lance have the effect in GBA where like if you poison someone who's berserked, then the berserk ends and the poison begins?
I
Or
believe
no?
so. Also, fun fact that I don't think I've mentioned in this playthrough, if you are ever in a spot where you have one of your allies close to you and captured, or berserked, you can try to capture them, and that will get rid of the berserk for you once you release them. So that's a fun little fact.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Let's put Misha here. I'm sure she can handle Bovis. She'll be fighting against the Berserk Edge, I'm sure. I'm gonna take this cultist stuff and release her. It's a little she deserves
Here
it.
you go.
Move Melda away
Release
from
the
reinforcements. Yeah. Goodbye, Deadlords. It's nice for trophy as he is. I'm gonna surround him with different people, so I'm gonna go here with... Hey, let's go here with Sid. And surround him with Parn. We probably don't need very much after this. Dermot is fine. Leif is fine for now. And...
Dermot providing charm over the wall.
Yeah. Cinema skill, he's the thing. That's good. This is good. You have a warp, right? Yeah, okay. This should be solid. This should all be solid. You have a warp? No. You have a warp? Yes. Okay, then in that case, I think we're good. I think we're good here. Dagdar. We still need that tile, so I'm just gonna move Dagdar here. Take the Maestro bow. Release.
Oh, we don't have A-rank bows. We didn't use Dagdar enough.
You're right. We sure did not. Okay, so he's already...
Should've used them more.
I wish I could have done more.
Restart the whole playthrough. This is unacceptable.
Restart everything.
I feel like, if anything, it'd be better to have Linowin on the tile because all of her stabs are, like, long range. So, like, her position doesn't matter. And I guess, like...
I don't think it matters. I think I have enough staffers at the bottom. I think I'm good. I just need to end my turn real quick to let Bovis do his thing. Oh, no.
Yeah. Not the rapier.
Not my things.
The very funny steal skill.
Alright, I'm sure Nana will be completely fine standing on the tile then. Here we go. And
that's why Nana has 7 stabs in her inventory.
Yeah, this is also why Misha has all this junk over here.
Oh, no.
Bovis, I wish you good luck doing anything now. So yeah, now we have units standing on tiles, and it's turn 5, so it's reinforcement time. But we should be good on that
Is it
front.
turn 5 or turn 4?
It is. Turn 5 is when they spawn, and it is turn 5 right now, so we should be able to see some. Let's see it.
Oh no, they're just pirates. Oh, I guess as a sniper, that's kind of like deadly.
It's berserkers, snipers. I think maybe a dark mage somewhere. The upper right one cannot get in. Oh, hello.
Oh, well,
you can't kill
all
me,
their
right?
berserkers.
Yeah. I have 23 defense. Good luck. Oh, this is hell, right? This is actual hell.
Yeah.
Ugh. Nice dodge.
Oof, close. Her little scuttle backwards.
Just in time. Okay, can't reach me. Oh no, the armor's there.
We're on each of the tiles. What's going on? Oh, okay.
Hello. What? It can't be. Have those children broken through the seal? Nah, leave, you heathen. You're an imprudent brat standing in the way of the divine. I will send you to oblivion to meet your parents, but not before you spend a century or two decorating my altar as a petrified statue. He has problems. Right. So...
He's a bad guy.
Yeah, I think he might be a bad guy. So, the moment, like, between every enemy phase and then player phase, the game checks do you have units standing on all these tiles, and if you do, then this will happen. And now this room is open, and we are faced with the final boss, Veld, with the Petrified, Jormungandr, and some pretty epic-looking stats. He's got Adept, he's got Renewal. You were about to ask?
I was about to ask about Renewal.
Oh, yes. Actually.
So it says recover 5 to 10% of maximum HP. This is just to do with like rounding cases, right? Like that 5 to 10%, or how much does he heal, or is it actually random? I gotta confess, I have never seen Veld heal anything, so I have no idea. You never know. I mean, he's on a throne too, right? So
yeah, he looks bulky, but a lot of people call him the worst final boss in the series, and I think it might be because he starts equipped with Petrify, which, as you can see, it has 3 to 10 range. It doesn't have 1, 2. Like he stoned Eyvel at I think 1 or 2 range. But he's modified his spell a little bit. He's upgraded it a little bit. Now it's a ranged tome. But it does mean that if you attack him from close, he's a final boss that doesn't counterattack you initially. And that's right. And he has 0 AS as well. So yeah, apparently he does. So that added skill also isn't doing him any favors in this case.
Wow. Okay.
So here's the plan from here. I will use Ensorcel on Zed. right here.
And just to be sure, because I don't think it's actually been mentioned, is the objective to kill Veld, or is it to seize the throne under Veld?
It is to seize the throne.
Okay.
You actually have to seize, believe it or not. So what we can do now is we can have Cena warp in Leif away from our trophy for a second. No, wait, we cannot yet. We have to do something else first. Actually, slightly bung at it, but I think I have enough people here that it doesn't matter. We can go... Yeah, we can just dance for Salem, and that will work. Yes, okay, here we go. I have one more left. Final dance.
The final I feel like this is going to be the final turn. Call it a hunch, but...
You know me too well. Alright, one last non-missing warp in that direction. We're doing set, right? Like, I'm not being dumb here. Yeah, we're doing set, okay. Just making sure I don't bunga it at the final moment.
We don't warp like Asbel or something. Like, wait,
yeah.
after you get here.
Suddenly Asbel. Okay, we do need the end Sorcerer on set to make sure that he has the right amount of attack to do this little blow up here. You dare to cross me? Don't you know the power I wield? One of the best boss music themes in its series, in my opinion. Doesn't play for long enough. Let me show you just what a grave mistake you have made. Set getting his revenge. If we get a 99 miss here, by the way, I'm going to be very mad. Alright, nice. Crit. Yeah.
Yeah.
60 crit.
I see you, Veld.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This is my own folly, but this isn't the end. Even if you kill me. Even if you kill me, Loptus is eternal, and the rebirth of his empire is nigh. I may die here, but you will struggle and flounder for the rest of your days.
You'll struggle and flounder the remaining 4 chapters in this game.
Wait, what? Nice.
There's 4 more in FE4.
And then for one last one. One last warp.
One last warp. I guess we could do some more if we really wanted to like waste warp stabs.
Yeah.
Like
just to flex.
Just to flex.
There we have it. So yeah, we've kept 2 Dreadlords alive. We've captured 2 of them, and we've killed 2 of them. And then we were done.
Balanced.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. And with a single seize, Leif purges the throne room from all that is evil, until there was nothing left but playable units and a lot of green.
That's more kills than Galzus. Whoa, it's kind of cool.
Super cool.
It decorrupted the map too.
Yeah, he got all the Lopter influence out of it, like he said. Such a great final chapter. Some might wonder, what fun is it to like break the game this hard? Try it. You'll enjoy it so much. It's so much fun.
Like that is the fun.
That's why I'm here.
That was through negative growths. Wow.
Sicko mode. Yeah. Thank you so much to Ultimage for making this patch and allowing me to flex my Thracian knowledge to a new level. It's been super fun. And thanks to you, Raisins, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all enjoyed watching it as well.
Yeah, this was excellent. So I want to ask, because this is like the dreaded Thracia final chapter. Was it like I'm not going to call it difficult, but I'd say was it really as impactful to your long-term planning as people make it out to be? Or was there's some other chapter that I think was the highlight of the planning that you did in this negative growths playthrough?
I think this is the one I had to plan for the most, by some margin. But late game I started prepping a little bit more elaborately because of the final chapter, that's for sure. And definitely basically chapter 24 was all preparation for this chapter. So in that way, yes, this was what caused the most preparation. But because I did, it was also one of the smoother ones to play. And I think starting 22-ish, I started doing things just for the purpose of final chapter, right? So I stole that Master Axe from the Penta Axe General, for example. That was for that purpose. But I had a lot more margin than I thought I would have in regards to what I could do. That's why I could flex a little bit with the Bovis stealing and taking the Lopturian Fang and making eyes surrounded, making it into a trophy, stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems like you had things pretty much under control. So
Yeah. But,
I really want to say.
Yeah, I will say if I didn't buy the skill rings, I'd be playing this chapter with a lot more fear in mind, because I could miss any of these ensorcels and warps and rewarps and stuff. That'd be a lot.
Everything would have just fallen apart. Yeah. The skill ring play was actually like, it was actually just incredible to your brute.
Yeah, because I would have had like 60% hit with all those stabs instead of 100%. Like the fact that Ralph could miss as much as he did, and it still didn't impact much of anything, was really good. Unfortunately, he was like in the room that was like the least urgent to clear quickly, because Bovis is such a joke, and the Armor Knight's in that room too. So
you can just move, bid out the steals. Yeah.
The steals. I actually didn't know about the steel arrow, or I had forgotten, but one of my Patreons, Danny Doyle, reminded me that, hey, he just steals instead of attacking. I was like, oh, that's cool. That means I don't have to like attack into Vantage or Berserk Edge or anything like that. I can just make him attack me. He's also like relatively easy to sleep. He only has 19 magic, so I could just like ensorcel Leno and have her sleep him, but where's the fun in that, right? I already did that to 2 other Dreadlords.
Yeah, come on. You already like slept pretty much every other. Yeah. Was there ever a Dreadlord that we just like fought straight up? I don't think so, right?
Technically not. No, I don't think so. I don't think I fought any.
Every single one we either like disabled through Steel Command. You know, ours or theirs doesn't matter, or we like slept them and then just popped them or captured them.
The real bosses were the Dark Mages, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, the Dreadlords, if I try to fight them with my units, like 1v1 combat, the only person who can really do that, Galzus is Sid, and that's basically it, I think. No one else can win against them, and even then you have to deal with, like, Miracle against 2 of them. I guess Tigris you can kill with, like, Galzus.
I think we took the most damage, actually, from the Armor Knights, to be honest.
Yeah, stupid Armor Knights.
Like, if you actually tally up how much damage we took, I don't know. I think we were never once hit by any of the Dark Mages, and the Armor Knights, like, actually wrecked us.
Yeah.
By HP. But yeah. Everyone else is fine.
Yeah, that's a little subtlety that I didn't get to show off, is that if any of the Dark Mages hit me with Hell, my unit would be at 1 HP, and then they would die to Armor Knights if they got attacked. Like, if that happened to Ralph or Xavier, what I would have to do is heal them twice. I did have, like, Physic or Fortify stabs, like, pretty much everywhere. So, for example, if I needed to, I could Fortify with Sleuth. Instead of using it to warp Parn, because Parn was pretty much a joke option. I would like Fortify with Sleuth and then have Parn move forward. And if you got a movement star, I wouldn't need to warp, and otherwise I just warp next turn. But because of the way it worked out, I could like warp Parn and the next turn like rescue staff him or something. Like it really, it's so much that if you just get lucky in one little aspect, like not getting hit or one of these many movement stars, then you're just like completely in the clear if you got it planned out. That's the fun of it.
Wait, we were playing Thracia 777.
I mean, it did take a year to beat the game, so...
Come on.
There we go. Oh god, the turn counts. I fear the turn counts. Early on, it wasn't too bad. It's chapter 4 where it really starts getting out of control.
Is it now?
Yeah.
So, I kind of asked this earlier. Which was the hardest chapter?
I mean...
Like, which one would you call if you had to say the hardest chapter in the game?
I mean, if you combine, like... Do you want me to combine, like, prep struggle and, like, struggle within the chapter itself? Or just execution?
Because we've already talked about like the final chapter and how it sort of like impacted your preps for the rest of it. Let's just keep it contained to like the chapter itself.
Okay. Oh, you're cutting out from Discord. Oh, Discord, leave him alone. He's just trying to talk.
Oh. Am I fine now?
Yes, you're fine now. Jeez, Discord, leave him alone. He just wanted to talk.
Yeah, I know. Rip.
Just within the chapter?
Just within the chapter, which one was the most difficult?
I remember 14, we died like several times. Like, at least twice from my memory, maybe even more. And I also like tried to play it a little bit beforehand to see what I want to do, and I also died a bunch there. That was a big struggle. Nice turn counts, jeez. Yeah. 18, I remember, was like quite a struggle as well, until you started coming in with the slider puzzle knowledge, and then it was smooth sailing from there.
It's like, wait a minute, yeah.
Well,
to be fair, we kind of made it hard for ourselves, like secretly getting the member card.
Yes. But that paid off so much, though.
Yeah, like, it was kind of good.
I've never used that secret shop before, so damn.
I think most people haven't, because
yeah.
I know the Thracia secret shop is renowned as being like the worst in the series, barring some of the weird secret shops in like FE7 and like FE11 or whatnot. But most people take the secret shops like as an entirety, and people talk about the Thracia member card being like utter trash.
Don, please don't disown me. Ouch.
Ouch. That's fine.
Yeah.
Come on.
This game is a great ranked challenge, by the way, if you like trying to play a little bit faster and like recruiting people for an actual reward. Because to get SSS rank, you have to recruit everyone and do like something like 180 turns or something, roughly in that line. So again, shoutouts to Lolo's playthrough of Iron Manning this game in LTC context. We're trying to get an SSS rank or an SS rank. It's super interesting to do it fast. But of course, in my playthrough, I really took advantage of not caring about turns in almost every chapter. Just kind of milk everything for what it's worth. And that really, really helps a lot. But still challenging nonetheless. Also, the art in this credit is just phenomenal. It's so beautiful. I think this is Quan, Ethlyn, Leif, and Altena. They're so adorable.
Altena, look at her.
Yeah, she looks so different from when she's older. Not like completely different, but like the little hairband and stuff. I guess it's a little bit like her FE4 portrait. She reminds me of Lena.
Yeah, you can tell stuff. That's actually what I thought of at first. Like, wait a minute, it's that Luna, but it's very clearly.
It's like the black hair, right? I mean, I guess you can't tell it's really black, but it probably is. Altena's hair is brown, right? Like Quan's?
I think so. She has to wield the gay bulk.
Yeah.
So.
You can't wield your parents' weapon if you don't have the same hair color.
That's actually how it works. I'm pretty sure.
So people come up to their parents and find out like, "Dad, am I adopted?" And they're like, "How do you know?" "Oh, my hair is pink." I'm like, oh, kind of gave it away.
Am I an anime protagonist?
Oh shit! I found out. Wait
a minute.
Yeah, I think 14 was definitely one of the hardest. I remember the route split chapters were like tough, like the 17 and 16, especially with like Ilios giving us so much trouble. That was a big struggle.
Good old Leif. He only earned 6 levels. Okay.
Yeah, that's honestly more than I remember. But I think Manster was when he earned most of the XP. I tried to keep him out of combat in the early chapters, right? And then I kind of just... He was just too weak to really attack anything. And like the thing with Leif is if he attacks like a one-range enemy, there's a chance he'll die. So I didn't want to deal with that most of the time. I was really afraid there'd be a spot, right, where I would have to have Leif in combat for some reason. Like it'd be forced, and I didn't want to have like... I wanted to be able to live it with 1 HP if I had to, so it just didn't give me XP as much as I could. But in Master, it kind of had to. Honestly, thinking back on it, I think the Master chapters where we actually had to fight, like chapter 5, were really tough. Like 5 especially, because our units were just getting terrible levels. Like Fergus was getting nerfed into the ground with every level up, remember? And Asbel got like magic speed defense on every level up or something. Or like
yeah,
HP.
I can't remember like a single unit in there who's like, oh, this is your bases over growths unit. And so it felt like we had to leave Manster on like a half tank of gas. And every time we got a kill, it's like we're just running out.
Yeah, I think in 4 we might have seen like 2 rounds of combat total to kill like 2 armor knights, and then everything else was cheese getting out of there. And then chapter 4X, I think that was when Fergus had to do a lot of work, and then as a result he fell off really hard. And then chapter 5 it was like the half tank of gas that we had left. That was it. Speaking of units who got really bad level ups, geez, Finn.
Oh my
Finn,
god.
He got so, I think he lost like an entire Draco Shield and like energy rings worth of power in his rejoining chapter alone.
Remember, to be fair, he was able to like do everything that we needed him to do. Like everything that we'd planned for Finn to do, he was still able to do.
Yes.
But yeah, like at every single level, he was losing strength, he was losing defense. At literally every single level. That's like, we're trying to Brave Lance this guy. We got the Brave Lance down to 6 uses, or fewer than that.
I think that's about right. And then I remember, I think he failed to capture Salem on his first attempt, and as a result, it's taken extra turn to do that, but Salem still didn't use sleep on us, I think, so we were still okay in that regard. Nah, she grew to 20 strength.
3 wins, yeah. She had highest strength in the army.
Yeah.
Tied for highest strength with Galzus.
Yeah, Galzus has 22, right? Like, he has 20 as well, right? So, yeah, should be tied. I guess, unless you count Magicka strength, then the Ensorcelled Magic Floor squad surpassed him for a little bit. But yeah, Nana's strongest princess of the kingdom by far. Pretty useful, honestly, throughout the playthrough. I think I stopped fielding her for later chapters, because at that point it was usually not about, like, close quarters combat, but more about staff spamming. And, if I need to combat, it was, like, usually with reliable units. But the end game charm was kind of nice because you saw how much Ralph struggled with hitting. So the plus 10 hit there made a big difference.
Rita, we said like this unit was going to be like super duper amazing, and then we got like 5 kills with it, right? So
yeah, I don't think I ever thought Marita would be good long term. I thought I might like deploy her a little bit more because she does have like a really good sword at base that, despite her stats, can still kill things. But I remember her first couple levels were already like strength, and she only has like a 3 base to begin with. And then, like I said, I could have killed Canis with her, like the Berserk Sage with Miracle, because the sword does give Nihil, but unfortunately didn't really pan out that way.
Yeah, I think you plan to do that with her. You plan to do it with Trude.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
It was not happening.
Oh, good old Halvan.
Yeah, definitely Halvan. I was never really going to use him long term, but I thought... I think there was one point in chapter 11, the Kempf in America chapter, the Ballista chapter, where I was going to like use him to kill some soldiers with the Brave Axe and Vantage, but I didn't want to spend the Brave Axe uses, so I gave him an Iron Axe, and then he died. I had to restart. I was like, alright, screw it. I was just going to use Dagdar for whatever he was going to do, and he didn't see much use on it than that. He only has 3 wits. Cringe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because
Cringe.
It's because in the early game, where Halvan is like the other like person that's deployed, I just try to feed everything to Eyvel, remember? And like Dagdar, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So that Halvan could
like
stay at
everything
high
to Eyvel.
stats.
During chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Yeah. Ocean is definitely someone I thought wouldn't fall off as hard as he did, but...
Ocean's XP is the wrong number, by the way, so...
it's the wrong way around, kind of, I guess.
It's the wrong way around.
Yeah. He screwed up. I think this is why he was undeployed, because it was this XP number. No, I think he lost like quite a bit of stats early on. I used him like occasionally because Eyvel can't do literally everything, but almost everything. And then,
and like, I mean, the Booge or the Vooge or the Pooji, whatever you want to call it, is like still kind of good too, right?
Yeah.
Like, there were a few things to do with it. Oh no.
I remember trying to deploy Ocean in the Tanya Dagdar Gaiden, and then he was like close to getting O-code by the Brigands there. That might have been a problem. But hey, at least they got to marry each other, Tanya and Ocean. Tanya, I think I used her to support Dagdar a couple times. That was about it. Like maybe chipping a couple people, because apparently she got 1 kill in like almost 4 levels, so she must have done something good.
That's that miss XP coming in clutch. Yeah, how do you get 4 levels on like 1 kill?
Well,
I guess that's like Thracia XP formula for you.
Yeah, the formula is somewhat generous. It's also just archers chip a lot. Like, don't you have the same, like, damn. Okay, hold up. Sorry.
Okay.
Alright, dude. Alright. 1400 EXP.
168 kills. I'm gonna jot that down.
Never died. Trust me.
It's gotta be the record, right? 168. I'm gonna jot it down, though. Wait, where's my pen? Pencil it is.
I have a new level of respect for Dagdar. He's so stupidly strong. Marty, funny story about Marty. I was going to deploy him in final at one point to like rescue someone away. Like I thought that might be a point to him, but because I used him and trained him and everything, he lost too much build to do it, so I had to bench him.
Oh no!
And it ended up being unnecessary. Really enjoyable to like make the early game fancy. Sorry, I was gonna say, really makes him like more enjoyable to use in the early game. Like makes it more fun than just the Eyvel solo, just trying to get XP on Dagdar on Marty, doing the. What's it called? The Marty Party. There we go. The Marty Party music and everything.
Yeah.
But didn't pan out long term, unfortunately. Kind of helpful in the chapter 14, right? The defend chapters, like rescue drop people around.
That's
trade
true.
chains. Good old Ronan.
Weren't we gonna promote Marty as a joke for a while there? Or...
Yeah, I did promote Marty in chapter 10. No, chapter.
You only had 600 XP though.
Pretty sure I promoted him. He was a warrior. Like, don't you remember him being a warrior for chapter 14? And like, I think.
Oh yeah.
In chapter 14, in chapter 10, in the Ballista chapter, right, the one with Fred and Owen first show up, I mostly off-screen grinded him on ballistas, like run him out of uses, so he got 10 XP at a time, and like grind the ballistas down slowly with like Iron Axe hits until he got like level 10, and then promoted him on screen. But it's a long while ago, and I don't blame you.
Does he? I was just confused because it said he only gained like 600 XP or something. So
I think his base level might be 4 then.
Maybe. Seems weird. Oh, we totally missed like one of the best units in the game, by the way.
Yeah, Safi. I mean, what is there to say about Safi other than skill issues? I will say, this is something I noticed on the way there. It said one L, 1 loss. That's if you get captured, it counts as a loss in here. So that's not a death necessarily. It can be a death, of course, if I restart after a death, but sometimes it's a capture bait. Like, you're gonna see a lot of them on Lara, probably, or Lithis.
Yeah, a lot of them on Lithis, Laura, the Manster crew.
Yeah. Manster was like all capture bait, I feel like. Normally in growth, enemy can just like, you can match them stat for stat. And here you can match them stat for stat if you, yeah, there you go. 1 win, 7 losses. Lithis took the biggest L's.
I mean, that's basically 8 wins, right? Like, if someone captures
yeah.
you, you kill them.
That's a dub for someone else. He's a real team player. He has a real character arc here.
Shy thief. Wait, he was shy?
Yeah, I don't know what that translation is about, because Lithis has many things, most of which are negative descriptors, but shy isn't one that I could come up with. Like, he seems pretty handy with words, if you know what I mean. He manipulates the stuff out of everybody. Fergus.
Oh no, poor Fergus.
Yeah, he was nerfed into the ground.
I think there was never any doubt in our mind Fergus was going to be like rubbish.
I had hopes. Whenever a unit can legitimately get to 10, I think they might be a good promotion candidate, but it turns out that they're always going to be worse. And there was chapters where I was undeploying like actual good combat units. So the fact that Fergus, he's never going to be there. You're right. There was no hope for him. Apparently he has capture baited or died though. Ripperino.
Apparently he has. We'll never know. The truth has been lost forever. Oh, good old Karen. Wait, she got 5 kills. From what?
Probably mages, if I had to guess. That's just Karen for you. I think there's probably a couple spots where someone like missed an attack or put someone down to like 1 HP and Karen's like, alright, I got this. And then missed.
Got it.
And then hit.
Then missed her short lance and then hit her short lance and then...
Yeah, I would say usually Iron Swords. Because like when she's outdoors, she's usually just ferrying people around, which was very helpful, by the way. The Karen flying has helped me in several chapters without any XP whatsoever. Big unit. Ah, shit.
Good old Sid.
Didn't even level up, bro. Sid is not good enough.
No. That's how good. He knew it was negative growth. He was just helping you out.
I think Set used Blizzard, like after being recruited, I think he used Blizzard like 3 or 4 times. And then he used Forseti to kill like 2 Armor Knights. And...
Forseti to kill Veld, of course.
And that's it. I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't want to use his growth ever, so he never got to.
You're like, oh, this guy, on the other hand.
Yeah, he has been windswept away, all of his stats. I had high hopes for him. I spent so much time trying to promote him, and then I never really used him. I think he spent more time torching with the torch staff than he took fighting after promotion.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we can use staffs now. We can use this unit. No, dude,
yeah.
Don't even think about it.
Negative attack speed. Cringe. Rest.
Of Rest.
Where are you from? Rest. Rest?
I'm from Rest.
I'm from Rest, yeah. Yeah, it's probably the biggest gap between how good they are in the normal game and how good they are in negative growth for Eyvel. Because in the normal game, I think he's one of the best units of all time, and this was, I mean, not necessarily the worst, but sheesh. Not very good. Brighton, kind of good, honestly, for the time he existed. Obviously fell off, but, you know, Manster Squad is Manster Squad. If they're around, I'm going to give him credit.
We use them.
Yeah. He rescued
That's basically
people. He rescued people, and he dropped them sometimes. He might even have been deployed as a flunky sometimes.
We did deploy them, yeah, from time to time.
Yeah.
That counts. It's got to, right? Where's Hicks?
He's coming up, probably. We have a lot of the Master Squad already. I think we have, we got this. Matcha.
Matcha, no.
I remember stressing out over Matcha, whether she like leveled too much speed for the sniper to double her in the dreaded chapter 5 sniper with too much attack speed and cannot be capture baited. And it turns out I had like a margin of like 3 speed when we actually got there.
We got there, I was like, oh, we're just fine actually. Who needs it?
We vibing. We good. Honestly pretty good. I think she leveled some strength to the point where like she could double attack, but it was like 2 times 2 or something sometimes, but still pretty useful overall. 6 moving doors, kind of good.
More than 0 damage.
Ah, yes, 23 Ls.
23 Ls. From innocence to thievery to dancing.
Yeah, the career path goes all over the place. She was a handful to like facilitate sometimes, but I still think this is the best dancer in the series, probably.
Really?
Besides like the 4-way Herons maybe, but If you look at how often,
Errands.
like how much you get out of her dances, it's so insanely good.
I guess so, because like the units in Thracia are generally much stronger. Like, it allows you to do things like double status staff. It allows you to do things like double warp staff.
Yes.
Like, the thing with dancers, and I don't know if you... It's been a while since I've seen your Dancer Pitfall video, but like, they just unlock so many new plays that are completely impossible without a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in Thracia, the extent of the plays that they unlock are just like so much greater.
Yeah. That, and you don't have to move very far to make big plays in Thracia. A lot of the things you can do have such massive range that it's very easy for Lara to just stand next to people without being in danger and still being able to do something useful. There's great circumstances. Dawson. I remember him being useful, I just don't remember for what exactly. I think he hit attacks sometimes, and that was helpful. He took hits whenever he got attacked, where so other people didn't have to. Yes, Hicks the MVP. He got us the rescue staff, I think, or the magic up staff from chapter 10 through his Paragon sorting. Bro, Discord is murdering you right now. What the heck?
Okay.
That sounded okay. I don't know what's going on with Discord today.
We will let it subside.
Okay.
Yes, that's Hicks's contribution. That counts.
Yes. Good old Hicks. Paragon sword Hicks.
Wait, with Paragon sword?
I mean, at one point, to like give him +5 defense, right? To survive against ballistas.
Could he equip the Paragon sword?
Yeah, because it's E rank. And when you dismount him, he can use swords.
Oh, dismounted. Okay.
Yes. It was a very special kind of Hicks maneuver.
Very special. Glade 10 kills. I'm actually rather pleased with how Glade turned out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to deploy him in final, but he can't use the Kingmaker, so it had to be Misha instead to help Ralph out. Otherwise, I would have given everyone +3 hit and avoid instead of just Ralph. But I felt like it was more important to support Ralph there. Also, didn't want to rearrange my whole squad again.
Yeah. Is it just me, or like, this is just a general Fire Emblem thing? I'll have a unit, like Glade, or Garrett, or Dusel, say, and I deploy them a bunch and I had them fight a bunch of enemies. I'm like, wow, this unit did so much, and I get to the end screen, they have like 10 kills like this.
Yes.
Like, is it just me? Or...
No, that happens a lot to me. Mostly with late units, but with Glade, it's a little surprising to see him with only 10 kills, but I guess I was also trying to spare him a little bit, okay? Because he's like one of the few okay combat units I had at that time. Because like between 12 and like around 12 and like 17, I got a lot of units, but Glade was one of the first ones to join, so he was like one of the few. Selfina was really close to being deployed in the final chapter. If I wanted to, I could have bought a power ring or two in the secret shop, given them to her, and then with a brave bow or like a master bow somewhere, I could have killed the dark mage with her.
Wow, that good. Did we ever promote her or no?
I think I did not.
No.
I think she wasn't even like...
136 is not enough.
Is her base level 8 or 9? I feel like it's 8. In that case, it's not enough. I remember her being very close. I remember looking at her on my bench a couple times and being like, oh, she's like close, but not quite there.
Yeah, her base level's 8, so we never promoted her. That's insane. Like, I know I looked at her and I'm like, this unit's maybe kind of good, but like, consideration for final chapter good?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I think if she was in the Binding Blade, it'd be different, right?
Yeah.
This game, not that many enemy flyers, not that many spots where like 2-range combat is great. Oh, I feel like I used this guy for capture bait. That has to be why he has 2 Ls. Can be no other way.
Must be. If you were on the map, if you were like on an arrive map when Leif arrives and get left behind, does that count as an L or no?
Well, we'll find out when Elba shows up, right? Because he was left behind twice.
Oh yeah, Kane we capture baited a couple times on his joining map.
Yeah. How could you confuse Alba and Kane?
They're two very different people.
Oh, what happened to him? Missing in action as of the above mission. That's strange. I could swear he was there on the map. I don't know what that must have been. Sorry, Alba. I like you and all. Mr. Movement Star. I feel like Robert hit the Draco Knight boss in his joining chapter, and that was his main contribution. It was so useful.
He got the kill with like 45 hit.
Yeah, something like that. Was his grand adventure.
This seems reliable. I think if he missed too, we would have like been turbo wrecked. Yeah,
I think it was like either he needs to hit or like all his friends need to hit or something. Because I remember that boss, I hit him with like Dagdar using a Braith Axe. And then I had to hit him with either Selfina or Robert to finish him off. It was something like that. And then maybe there was like one other thing I could do with like maybe Earth Sword Nana. It was something like that. I remember planning it out because it was very precise movement-wise. It was not easy. Well, Kellyan didn't do anything. What the heck? I think he bought door keys, so in that way he was like really good.
Was there ever any doubt, Mekkah? Like, come on, it's Kellyan.
Low bases, high growths. How could that unit not be useful?
He's the growth unit. So, by the way, Robert apparently turned out to be quite the lady killer.
Oh, yes. I mean, the boss wasn't even the lady, but sure.
I mean, I don't know, so the description said. I like Robert. Whoa, holy crap, 15 on Fred? We didn't even use him that much.
I don't remember using him for 15 chapters. Wait.
No.
He's like, again, he's like one of those few good-ish combat units. I think a lot of this is like the Dacia chapter, the one where the Fog of War and where Salem is spamming sleep on you. I think he fought a lot of brigands there. That might have been it.
True.
And then maybe some of the Route Split chapters, he was one of the few combat units again, so he kind of helped there. Just a couple kills. You could use like the Brave Sword when no one else really could, besides like Ralph. He was like one of the better-ish units in a time where that was still sort of relevant.
He had more kills than Parn. What?
I mean, Parn just stole stuff, right? If there's one regret I have in this playthrough, it's having Parn bait all those ballista uses in the Route Split chapter, and then he gained like so much XP that he gained too much speed to steal like a Depth Scroll and the Vulnerary and the Thorn Tome from that boss.
You would call that like a mistake that you made, or?
Yeah, I think so, because could have had someone else do it, like, I don't know, Finn or something. And then it would have been the same for pretty much the rest of the playthrough, but Parn would have been better. He also would have been in a better spot. A couple times I needed him to do something else. Also, I was totally going to have him killed off by Raydrik if I didn't have the rescue staff for him with thingy to get him out. Sorry, Trude. I really had a use for you. It just turned out to be not as reliable as I wanted it to be. But
to be fair, Trude contributed in chapter 14. I thought that was a really clever, or 13 rather. Like, I thought that was pretty clever.
You mean the defense chapter?
Yeah, 13. I said 14 once, but I
corrected it. It is actually 14. You had it right the first time, so don't doubt your intuition.
So I know.
Yeah, he could block a square. I only used him because he could promote off of it, but yeah.
Yeah. Salem with 1 kill.
Yeah, the Jormungandr kill in the Drought Split somewhere. Why do I remember all this stuff? Damn. His XP is also in the wrong order. It should be 1337. I remember Salem was like that, you know, like he's like the staffer that's like in between for everyone. Like he's not the one that's like all the skill issues with 0 skill or like no HP whatsoever or no magic whatsoever. He's like kind of in between. But I feel like his level ups were so quote unquote good that he just kind of became really bad at skill until I gave him the skill rings.
He's just the guy. Oh, well, this unit though.
Yeah. I was very surprised at how high Tina's staff rank ended up at like A before the game was like even close to over, and how useful she was even without it need thief staffing or anything. She was honestly not that hard to use. I expected her magic to just like become rock bottom so fast that I couldn't really use her reliably for anything. But you know, A staff is really good apparently. And then
as it turns out in Thracia 776.
Yeah, Tina's good. Staff users are good.
Okay, this actually shocks me. Linoan only got 170 XP.
Me too. But that's because I just never deployed her until she promoted.
Wow.
I think half of that XP has to be the final chapter, because she was level 1 when the final chapter started, like level 1.90 or something.
Base is Linoan.
Base Linoan?
So, yeah, I guess you just never deployed her then. You just like kept her in your pocket until the end.
Yeah, I just decided I'd rather have a B rank like status staff user, because the status staffs are like B and C rank, and like I could have grinded her up to A rank and have another rewarp user or rescue user, but I have like plenty of those, and I just ruined it. Like I don't have many high magic users at that point. I only have her and Sara.
I want to say Dean is in second place with 58 kills.
Highly likely, probably. I mean, Eyvel exists, right? But she's dead, so we probably won't get to see her kill count.
There's no way she has more than 58.
I don't know. I guess that's the question of like, do the first 3 chapters combined have more than 58 kills for her?
First 4.
Yeah.
First 4.
Yeah, you're right. And chapter 5 as well.
Someone's going to watch like the first episodes and actually count up how many kills Eyvel got.
I wonder if we'll get to see her kill counter. But yeah, Dean was definitely like super good in the mid game. Honestly, I wish I used him less so it could be better. But honestly, in the end game, he's not very good anyway. Because I was looking at his stats, and even mounted, they look pretty bad. And then he's going to take like -5 on his stats too, because of the Dragon Knight dismounted bonuses. He did his job, and he deserves retirement.
I think actually it was, again, like it's somewhat tragic that we weren't able to use him in final, but I think the best thing to do is actually just to like use him on all the outdoor maps, exhaust his stats completely as opposed to exhausting someone else's stats, and then we have extra like power for the indoor maps.
Yes. I think what I could have done, I think, to maybe commemorate him a little better is deploy him instead of Misha in the end game, but then again, you know, we've seen a lot of Dean, we haven't seen a lot of Misha, so kind of went with Misha there. In case you need to do something. And rescue drop, good trigger knight. The first 000?
The first one, I think. There's no way, right?
I reckon so. I mean,
yeah, everyone else has at least something.
Negative growth plus Paragon mode is Prunage Incarnate, or not Paragon mode. Paragon skill is Prunage Incarnate.
Yeah, I mean, I think Homer did like a take drop.
Possibly.
In his joining map.
On Nana or something? I don't even know.
I think so.
I know he probably got rescued by someone at some point to because he took up space.
he was on an inconvenient square. Actually, okay, Ralph with 24 is kind of big.
Yeah, not as funny as I expected. Like, if you remember like that route split chapter where I warped him in front of like 18 armor knights, and then his total is 24. Like what?
And then I guess he killed 6 units aside from that. Then,
yeah,
you know? So.
And like 2 of those are final chapter armor knights, and then his joining chapter. I guess he does. I guess the NPC kills don't count, and then the chapter after he might have been like used for kill like a couple chapters in the Ilios chapter maybe, and then Savior maybe didn't kill a whole lot. He just kind of put people to sleep, right? I don't remember if that was him or someone else. Ilios is only one behind Ralph. How?
Yeah, this is like
the move level up.
I mean, I kind of mentioned earlier. It's like there's that pre-promote with suspiciously few kills. This seems like suspiciously many. What the heck? How did he get 23?
Well, he killed like the entire Mage Knight army in 17, so that's like 10 kills right there. And his joining chapter,
fair.
I probably also had him do a couple, and then he killed a couple Freech Knights in 18 to enable recruiting Xavier probably. And I don't think he ever did anything after that. Maybe a couple kills. Did I deploy him in 20 defend chapter? I don't think so, but I might have.
I think so.
So that probably ends up. I'm honestly thinking about that. It should be Blessia. I don't know what happened there, because he joined pretty late.
I mean, should be less is less is like. Come
yeah. The one time I got him captured by accident. Whoops.
Oh right. That was on the wall defend map, right? Because we had to make a pretty big deal of getting all his stuff back.
That was Tina, but same-ish thing happened with him in the Xavier chapter.
Oh yeah, in the Xavier chapter, like, oh crap, didn't mean to do that. And then there was like 5 super good stabs on an enemy unit.
We're rambling all this out, but honestly I should turn this into a trivia quiz to see my viewers can answer them. Like, what chapter did Tina get captured by an enemy? They're like, time to watch all the episodes again.
Time to watch the whole series back. Good old Malta. Only 4. I mean, to be fair, she was like status staff person. I was actually shocked at like how good her magic was for status staffing. Like when you showed me this unit, I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, come on, look at this magic. There's no way she can do it.
Fire Sword is good.
Turns out. C stabs Fire Sword. Was she equipping Fire Sword to get a boost to her magic during that point or no?
Final chapter, yes. Before that, I don't think I had a spare Fire Sword for her most of the time. I had to take Galzus'.
Oh right, because Galzus joins with one.
Yeah, the other one broke. Because
he
Parn
gets
used
others. It up. This actually surprises me so much because we got Misha and maybe I'm misremembering, but when we got Misha, I feel like we hyped her up so much, and then here she is like 1 win, 9 EXP. Now, to be fair, like, she was using Kingmaker for a lot of it, and I think there was some amount of rescue utility, but, like, I'm shocked that she saw so little use.
I think she might have gotten a kill in, like, the defense chapter, maybe, and then I used to, like, capture a Dark Mage somewhere, or maybe some rescue dropping, like you said, but I don't remember hyping Misha all that much. I remember, like, she joins, like, after all the flying is, like, basically done in the whole game, and it's gonna be a bunch of indoor chapters, and I think it really showed, like, how often Misha really came in handy. She might have killed like something in the Raydrik chapter, but
maybe I have like the opposite memory where we got her and we're like, this unit's trash. She's never gonna do anything.
I think we delayed her unit analysis a lot because she joined with like her sleeping stats. Yo, Xavier? Honestly,
Savior.
I have a new appreciation
he
for how
worth-
good Savior is. He's so good.
He was kind of good. Like, I don't know, because like common logic is like, oh, armor knight bad. But then as it turns out, like, if you have a strategy that needs to fight a lot of enemies at once, especially physical attackers, like, wait a minute, hold on, this defense stat's kind of good.
Yeah.
And then it turns out his weapon ranks, like, he's what Douglas wishes he could be.
Yeah.
He's what Axbow. Axbow is way better than, like, Axe Lance.
Seriously, 8 bows was a big thing. If he didn't have that, I would give him another Master Axe for sure, but it would have dropped his reliability down quite a bit. And that would have sucked. And he's a free leadership star. He has like all those skills came in handy once or twice, like Brave, Accosts, Wrath, even Bovis then game came up. Like such an amazing unit.
He pavis to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, 15 wins.
That joined like one chapter.
Is more than some of our units, yeah.
Yeah. No L's for Galzus. Insanely powerful. He killed his own clone. He's like the Spider-Man meme. Perhaps he disappeared into the night, or perhaps his existence was deliberately covered up. There's no way to know. Well, I'm glad he existed.
No way to know. Alright, well, let's see. Is there like another unit after this, or is that the last one?
Yeah, it has a strange order to it. Normally it does like joining time order, or by like country, or something. I don't know what the order in Thracia is, though. It's not
this
alphabetical.
This is definitely by country of origin, because I know all the Celeste people were grouped together, or like region, or.
But Karen wasn't next to Misha, was she?
No, but Misha was like way late.
Yeah. Well, that was Sara. I guess Sara is like mysterious.
Well, there's Finn actually.
Yeah. Oh, there's Finn. There we go. I was wondering where he was. And Leif was first, right? Yeah. It was strange the order, but. In the end, we got them all, I'm sure. I'm sure no one is missing. There's no Kellum in this game that we could miss.
Yeah, nobody came even close to Dagdar's 168 kills.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even close. I don't think anyone even breached 100.
Anyhow, thank you all for watching. This video has been long enough, so I'm going to close it out here. I will leave my next project as a bit of a surprise. 3 Hopes is coming out very, very soon once this video comes out, so... I'll keep you guys posted on what exactly is happening on my channel in that regard. Just look out for community posts and stuff like that, or descriptions or comments under the video, and you'll find out. But there will be another game played after this, even if 3 Hopes is out. Just maybe not as frequently, because 3 Hopes will be very important for my channel. So it might be like 2 3 Hopes per week and then 1 other game. But you'll see that when we see it. Thank you so much for joining again, Raisins. I appreciate your company and your expertise and your trivia.
I always enjoy being on the channel, for sure. And thank you to all the viewers again who watched our beautiful Let's Play. It wouldn't be the same without you guys, really.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.